There are new fears about the safety of canned food. Scientists say the tin lining is toxic.
1 cup of this has more than half the sodium your kid is supposed to eat in a day.
From dangerous amounts of sodium to chemicals that harm your organs, here are 7 canned foods to avoid at any cost, along with 2 safe options that won't compromise your health. 1. Vienna sausages. At the top of the list, we have Vienna sausages, a snack that hides serious health risks. In 2015, the World Health Organization classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, linking regular consumption to increased colorectal cancer risk. Each small can carries 700 to over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's a shocking load for anyone. And the worst part is, most people down the whole can in one sitting, thinking it's a light snack, but that sodium spike forces the heart and kidneys to work overtime. And when that happens, your medication may struggle just to keep up. Even reduced sodium versions aren't a safe fix. Many brands replace the missing salt with potassium chloride, which can trigger dangerous heart rhythm issues in people with kidney problems or certain prescriptions. Additionally, preservatives and nitrates used to extend shelf life can actively stress the body over time. Anyone relying on this quick protein should be aware that it's nothing but a trap disguised as convenience. 2. Canned chili. Number 2 is canned chili. Although a classic comfort food, but it can quickly overload the body. Because what feels like a hearty, filling meal is actually a concentrated dose of sodium and saturated fat, far beyond what most people realize. There are thickening agents, starches, and flavor enhancers used to give the chili a rich, satisfying texture. They mask the true nutritional impact, making each spoonful feel lighter than it is. One standard can easily push you past your recommended daily sodium limit in a single sitting, while the saturated fat contributes to long-term cardiovascular stress. And eating it regularly causes water retention, blood pressure spikes, and digestive discomfort. Even when paired with lighter additions like beans or vegetables, the core canned formula carries risks easy to overlook. 3. Canned pasta meals. Next on our list is canned pasta meals like those from Chef Boyardee. This childhood comfort hides an adult hazard. Each can is packed with highly processed carbs, added sugars, and sodium that are designed to make the pasta soft and the sauce rich. That combination creates a blood sugar surge, followed by an energy slump that leaves you reaching for snacks far sooner than expected. Thickening agents and flavor enhancers prioritize taste and texture, tricking the palate into thinking it's a satisfying meal. Even small portions add up when eaten regularly, causing general fatigue. For something marketed as a quick, easy meal, this convenience trap works against your body more than it helps. 4. Canned meats. At number 4 are canned meats like Spam or Hormel products. What many don't realize is that these meats rely heavily on nitrites, nitrates, and other curing chemicals to remain shelf-stable for months or even years. While these additives prevent bacterial growth, long-term exposure increases risk of colon cancer. It is especially bad news for those adults who consume them regularly. Originally marketed as emergency food for wartime and survival situations, many households now use them as everyday protein, turning a once specialty product into a dietary hazard. The FDA allows these additives within regulated limits, but the gaps remain. And if you are an older adult with kidney or heart conditions, you are definitely on the wrong path. This product belongs on your active avoidance list and not your pantry. 5. Canned vegetables. Number 5 is canned vegetables in sauce, such as those from Del Monte or Green Giant, often appear healthy. The reality, far more concerning. Many cans are packed with additives like highly processed sugars and salt to enhance flavor, negating the original nutritional value during processing. Vitamins like C and B can degrade under heat, and the sauce itself contributes unnecessary calories while hiding the true health impact. In today's fast-paced world, so many people reach for these products, figuring it's a convenient way to eat more vegetables, but that reliance actually costs a balanced diet. If you are watching your sodium or sugar intake, it's practically a death sentence. So the problem isn't universal. Plain, unsweetened, or lightly salted versions retain much of their benefit, but many shoppers are unaware of the difference. For anyone expecting a genuinely wholesome canned option, you should proceed with caution. 6. Canned fruit. Number 6 on the list is canned fruit in syrup, like Dole or Del Monte. Just like the vegetables, these cans are often loaded with added sugars, and CDC data shows adults over 45 with higher added sugar intake face sharply increased risks of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. While fruit naturally contains fructose, the thick syrup coating drastically increases sugar intake. The perception of fruit equals healthy masks the reality that a single serving can approach or exceed daily added sugar limits recommended by the American Heart Association. Even portion control doesn't fully mitigate the metabolic load because liquid sugars are absorbed quickly and have minimal fiber to slow digestion. These sugary versions' health hazards are anything but wholesome, making them one of the most deceptive items in your pantry. 7. Canned fish. Number 7 on the list is canned fish in oil, such as Starkist or Bumblebee tuna and salmon. At first glance, this seems like a healthy protein choice, but oil-packed cans carry hidden hazards. Bumblebee Foods even pleaded guilty to criminal price fixing and paid a $25 million federal fine in 2020, exposing how aggressively costs are controlled in the canned seafood industry. Over time, the fats in the oil can oxidize, producing compounds that may stress the cardiovascular system, while sodium levels often remain surprisingly high to preserve flavor. For frequent eaters, the combination of oxidized fats, sodium, and preservatives can quietly accumulate, potentially harming heart and metabolic health. Now, as promised, here are 2 safe options you can actually reach for without worry. Canned beans. Good examples are Bush's or Goya without the sauces or any added flavors. It is a reliable pantry staple that actually delivers on nutrition. Unlike many processed canned foods, these beans undergo minimal processing, allowing them to retain their natural fiber, protein, and micronutrient content. What's even better, rinsing them before use can remove up to 40 to 50% of the naturally occurring sodium, giving you control over your intake without sacrificing convenience. They're versatile, affordable, and store for months, making them ideal for quick meals while still supporting digestive health and stable blood sugar. Because the ingredient list is short and predictable, often just beans, water, and a small amount of salt, there's minimal risk of hidden preservatives or chemical additives. For anyone seeking a safe canned option that balances convenience with genuine nutritional value, plain beans earn their spot. They prove that not all canned foods are traps. Some can be a dependable, wholesome addition to your diet. Canned tomatoes. Here we have Hunt's or Muir Glen. These tomatoes are naturally rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant, and interestingly, the canning process actually boosts its availability, making your meals both convenient and nutrient-dense. Unlike many processed canned foods, high-quality brands maintain ingredient transparency, often listing just tomatoes, tomato juice, and sometimes a pinch of salt, with no hidden sugars, sauces, or preservatives. Heat-stable nutrients survive the canning process, ensuring that even after storage, the tomatoes still contribute to a healthy diet. Their versatility also makes them a culinary staple, from sauces to soups, stews, and salsas. You can incorporate them into meals without worrying about hidden risks. They prove to be a nutrient-rich and minimally processed canned option. These tomatoes earn a clear recommendation, proving that safe, wholesome canned foods do exist. But tell us which are genuinely safe. Which pantry staples will you choose for your health moving forward? Share your thoughts in the comments.